Hopefully we're back. We'll see. Looks like we should be good. Apologies for that. My internet just completely nuked itself. I hate it when this I hate YouTube. If you could do one thing to improve, let us like somehow continue or pause streams because sometimes our internet goes out and that means the VOD's nuked. Which means we have to start an entirely new stream which doesn't count as the same live. And there goes my internet again. Dude. It's fighting. It's fighting really hard. Cool, cool. Well, hopefully it's gonna be normal again, so we'll return. Let's get back to it. Ah, that's so rage-inducing. I hate having to lose VOD. So if, yeah, for everybody watching on YouTube in the future, our stream died because of internet issues, which means the VOD is now split into two. So I'm only keeping the most recent one. If the stream goes down here, I'm just gonna stream on Twitch, and not stream to YouTube, which means we will not have a VOD for the rest of the thing because Twitch I could just start and stop easily. YouTube does not have it that way, so. But yeah, we're back. Live to tell the tale. Oh, I accidentally reset the timer. Well. Welcome back, Bear. You nuked the stream? Yes, you did. It's all your fault, band. I think the furry talk was too strong for the stream. Possibly. It did start dying, right? Is that I'm not gonna say it again because I'm actually pretty sure it's cursed, but like I described what the comic was. It's a bit disappointing that he deleted his DeviantArt though. Artist of his caliber. Unironically, like that was pretty good art. I wonder what happens, like if you become an artist that gets shunned or like deletes your own profile picture or whatever. How do you return? And people are like, it's the same art style. Then again, a lot of artists don't do it for the popularity, so that isn't so much of an issue. But yeah, I feel like this one's too long. I'd rather foreshorten this line more. So we just make it longer by moving the VP closer. Yeah, I went on a rabbit hole a while back and read his post. He was really annoyed about the English speakers trashing his work. Gotcha. One day, Bear is going to link you to one of our streams, and we're just not going to stream anymore. Had a good run, you know? Okay, here it feels like this edge is too long. Here it feels this edge is too long. Ooh, here it definitely... This edge is too long. Bad Guys 2 is furry. Yeah, that's just truth. I mean, I don't think that's a revelation to anybody. What you're telling me, the wolf dude that like the entire internet was thirsting for a while was a furry? Oh, that ad was foreshadowing the stream. What ad? This is feeling better. Oh, you got a bad you guys too. Yeah, I gotcha. Who's the bad guy now? I think Cat's still the bad guy. Bad man, bad man, bad man. Shout out Redline, the YouTuber, not the anime, I think, or whatever it is. My intuition tells me move it a little bit more this way. I think my intuition's wrong though. Yo, whoa, what's up, physics? How's it going? It's been a minute. It reminded me of Wreck-It Ralph. Wait, do I want to? Yeah. I have a feeling this could be rectangular again. Doomed to repeat the mistakes. Like a Greek tragedy over here. Cool. Internet's still surviving. I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, if it goes down again, I'll just only stream on Twitch. So it sucks, but we got cylinders to do, and I'm not dealing with YouTube's poorly designed things. I've gotten a ton of character development. Yeah, I better not jinx it. I said I didn't want much foreshortening of the entire thing. Don't want to make it too tall, so we'll just do a healthy dose. Daily dose, if you will. Heard. I wish I had a button on here for turning on and off studio mode on OBS. I need to get that. Heard. Heard. So real. I haven't gotten a moment. I've only saw the crows have been showing up a lot, but I haven't been like intercepting them, you know. Getting just out of them. There's a whole I love that a flock of grackles is called a plague. But there was a plague of like 10 male grackles in a yard that's like on my block. So I'm hoping that they figure out that there's all these seeds over here because we have a lot of junk seeds laying around, like sunflower seeds. That it's in the seed mix that I bought this week, and no one likes eating it unless it's like the only thing left. And I feel like the grackles would eat that up. They wouldn't be picky. These pompous freaking, you know, golden spoon-fed doves and blue jays eating up all the cashews and peanuts. Plague and murder. I know, right? I love sunflower seeds. I like them too. But these are like bird sunflower seeds. And honestly, and here's the thing: if you're offered walnuts or sunflower seeds, I feel like even a humid would pick walnuts like so often. Every time I get sunflower seeds, I'm like reminded of I should have bought just another type of nut or something. Wrong choice. This is a crazy take. I'm waiting. I've been drawing some stuff that I'm waiting for my Muji fountain pen to come in, which I know I'm setting myself up for failure because if it doesn't like satisfy me, the drawing, I'll be like, oh, this pen's for nothing. But here, let me check if it's it hasn't shipped yet. I'm really concerned that I got scammed or something because Muji, I love the Muji fountain pen. It's so awesome. I'll sing its praises, but I ordered directly from the. Do people like walnuts or walnut cashews or peanuts more than sunflower seeds? I think an overwhelming majority will choose, and I'm talking about like salted, both of them, roasted, salted, whatever you want. Cashews and peanuts come out on top, especially because cashews are expensive. So if someone give you a handful of those, and it's like, hey, or you could have these sunflower seeds that are like super cheap. Dude, I want to live like royalty. If I was a bird, which I am, I would and I feel like cashews are more nutritious. Isn't it like a brain food or something? You can eat all the sunflowers you can your brain dumbing food. I'll be over here freaking 300 IQ munching on cashews. Why do you think crows are so smart? Because they're not like freaking blue jays who are happy with munching on this low quality bird feed. They're both corvid. Someone messed up along the way, and I'm telling you, I'm not stretching out of principle. I will in a second, but I'm going to finish this line. Think about what you said, band. Have you seen that one video of two guys filming a blue jay? Is it the blue jay that's like diving into a tomato? And they're just like mesmerized. I love that's a great video. That blue jay is like full sending it into that tomato. I hope that's the video you're talking about. I'm not sure. Yeah, oh my gosh. I love how friendly the blue jay's being too. It's not like flying off or like getting super scared or anything. I can imagine tomatoes probably pretty, good nutrition, pretty acidic, but like pretty probably has like, very good hydrated. I'm happy to see the grackles in my neighborhood because I feel like they're a trash bird. So you see them in like parking lots and stuff. So to see them in like a nicer, there's areas for water, there's trees, there's all of this. I'm like, see guys, this is what it's like to not live in a freaking parking lot all the time and eat like thrown out Eisenbro's bagels or whatever they're called. Okay, honestly, like if I was a bird and if it meant like living in a parking lot to eat bagels all day, then yeah, I'd probably do that. But I'm an aesthetic bird. I need to hang out where it's like nice and pretty. Very birdcore, you know? I stretch to keep my joints happy. Thanks. What? Today is a stretching day for hybrid calisthenics, so I gotta get on that. Heisenberg. It's like Heisenberg, Einstein bagels. What are they called? Einstein bagels. Wrong scientist. Wrong, wrong modern physics. Yeah, I think like her prompt engineering is like a little bit rough. I've not been I've not been convinced that Cat isn't like a GPT. Einstein Bros. Yeah, my bad, my bad. I've never been to one. I've seen them. Yo, what happened to Corner Bakery? I feel like post-COVID, pre-COVID, sorry, pre-COVID, corner bakeries were occupying every corner of the US with like extremely mediocre food. Every time I had breakfast there, it was not good. I've only been there twice. That's what I wrote. Oh, if it's a thing, if it's one of the redemption things, I probably didn't write it. Cat, Twitch comes with those redemptions, and you can like choose to turn them off, but I kept them on because like it's pretty common, right? I'm glad Corner Bakery is under, dude. Very like cold. Dude, why are we letting Starbucks microwave our sandwiches? Get a grill back there. Like watching me like make an $11 Starbucks order for like an overpriced drink that's $6 and like however much for a double bacon smoked cheddar or whatever it's called. And just to watch them freaking open a plastic baggie and toss it into a microwave. That's just so get out of here. What? I know it's manufactured, but don't let me watch that. Do you think Cat could pass the Turing test? Hell, I'm not even sure I could. I'll stretch after this back segment. Actually, I'm gonna do it right now just to like mental reset. What if what if one time I backed up from my mic, you just hear a crazy pop and then like a thump, and like you don't hear from me for the rest of the stream. What did I say? I said plenty of things between that. I said Turing test. Said something about stretching. Woo, is that a French horn or a trumpet? Whatever it is, it's awesome. Shout out horns, dude. Is trumpet a horn? I don't know. A type of horn. Okay, cool. What is the difference between brass and horns? I've never known this. A brass is a broader category than it encompasses a family of instruments, while horns are specifically refers to a type of brass instrument, most commonly the French horn. Okay. So then by that logic, these were AI over reviews, so I'm not sure if any of this is actually true. Um hmm. Well, I love French horn. Turing test. Turing test was a test invented or theorized, I guess, but invented by Alan Turing. I believe that's his name. Basically, this dude, insane. Like, wasn't he like a physicist? And he was like, "This is boring," and then like invented half the things for computers, or something like that. I'm not sure if that's Turing himself, but extremely influential scientist, and that's why we have something called the Turing Award, which goes to people who make extremely important mathematical and like computational achievements. It's like the Nobel Prize, but for math, right? Or more math-oriented stuff. And he invented this test to determine if an AI was, I think, human or sentient. This is all off the top of my head. I could be completely wrong, but it's like a test that once AI pass, they can be regarded as human. But I'm not actually sure like what any of that means. And like I thought what I thought, and I thought I'm wrong, but like the Turing test is like if a human on a terminal can't distinguish if the AI speaking to them is human or AI, then it passes. I don't know if that's true. But yeah, Turing is a very awesome figure. Or am I thinking of a Dijkstra? Or not for all that, but like was a physicist and then was like, you know what? It might maybe Dijkstra. Is one of the two big names. I messed that up. Yikes. Calling you a robot? Yeah. Precisely. Oh yeah, speaking of bots, I think Twitch released a new update yesterday or 2 days ago that made it a lot harder to view bot Twitch streams and stuff. And it's going to give more accurate data. That's what it said to streamers, which doesn't affect me. As you guys know, I'm a notorious view botter of these streams, but I'm praying to God that Bear Mug responds to that with, as a large language model, I will not participate in arguments or discussion. Like, is that parallel? What's going on here? I think Bear Mug's gone. Oh wait, we got 4 viewers on Twitch. What's up, everybody? Don't know how that happened. Wait, I'm so confused. YouTube. Okay, there we go. Cool. It's turning out to be pretty okay so far. As a language model, I don't give a frig. Huge. I was gonna say I feel like Cat's got into arguments with ChatGPT, but I have. I was trying to search a copy pasta to respond to, but I'm not fast enough. The angriest I got at ChatGPT is I was doing a proof, I think, in Calculus 3, if not linear algebra. It was linear algebra. And it was like this part, because what I did is I made the proof. I was like, hey, is this rigorous? And it's like, no, because you need to do this. I'm like, that's not how that works. And it's like, yes, it is. You're wrong. And we kept going back and forth until I resolved the issue myself. I basically like proved why it's wrong. It was like, yeah, I've been saying that the whole time. And I actually like stood up and yelled. And my roommates are like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. It was a crazy hallucination. I do abuse my AI sometimes when I'm frustrated. I never yell at it, but I will like lose all tact because it is an LLM. And for all I know, it doesn't experience emotion. I'm like, you're wrong. This is the reason why. And it's like, it's either like, you're totally right, and then repeats itself, or it's like, no, you're wrong, and repeats itself. Or it's like, yeah, that's what I've been saying the whole time. What? It tries gaslighting me. And that's when it tries gaslighting me, that's when I get mad. But then I just treat it like Google. As thing at this point, I only use it for like, of course, coding, and then like checking my proofs or doing deep dives into like, for example, in like how memory works in a computer, from like page tables to inodes and stuff, like making hypotheticals of how like, okay, this operating system has this many was the thing? It's like the bitmap for the inodes to describe if they're occupied or not. It's like how much storage space does this operating system have? What if it uses this schema? And so you just spitball that with the AI. I haven't used it since graduating. Oh, Bear, I'm so jealous. I need to follow in your footsteps and not drop out this year, and then I'll be done. I remember going into junior year, I was like, why do people drop out at junior year? You're so close. Just, stick through it. And then I went through junior year. I was like, oh, so that's why. Machine War starts, it'll remember me. Yikes. Plus 100 foresight. Yeah, the only way I could see Machine War now is just like a disinformation campaign by Rogue AI, which I don't even know if Rogue AI is possible. Literally just pull the plug. But it will be interesting though for humanity to start the debate of, hey, when is computer sentient? Do you think all the people who have like AI girlfriends and stuff, they'll be on the side of that like instantly? I wonder how big that. Oh yeah, no wait, there is a Reddit. I think I think I mentioned it before. It's like AI r/AI boyfriend or AI partner. To read the horoscope. Sorry to tell you, Kat, but that's probably not going to be a frequent thing on streams. Not to start the mood, but I watched a part of Zapata's stream and someone in the chat mentioned because he was not familiar with AI, he was not confident that he would get the position he wanted. Yeah, that doesn't sour the mood. Yeah. That's a huge thing in tech. And I've heard some things here and there of people not being proficient with it and even getting booted in some instances. Because it's a tough problem. Because you in the tech industry, you kind of have to accept this now. Because whether you like it or not, you're going to be coding at least 3 times faster. And a huge, like I cannot stress this enough, from how many people I've seen, especially being in a graduating class into the AI changing world. I started college right as ChatGPT happened, and I'm leaving college right as it's continuing to grow. I started programming and I chose this major because I like coding and solving problems. And not to say that AI completely removes the paradigm of solving problems, but it gets rid of a lot of coding, which in turn reduces a lot of problems and their complexity. Because, like, let's say if you're doing database design and you need to make a schema, which is, oh my god, it's so difficult to design all of that. But like with AI, you now have a second opinion, someone to test it, to already like do the quick brainstorming. And so the problem of designing a database becomes a lot easier. Is it completely reduced? No. You have to set up redundancy and like content distribution services if you want to be like a full scale what's it called? Like launch a full scale database management system, but it's like I can't remember. Screw that class. Database class sucked because the professor was awful. It's not legacy. True, even my field encourages AI for efficiency. Efficiency, man. What if it's okay if we're not efficient, you know? Gonna have to spare time to learn how to use it, yeah. Prompt engineering. My dad did predict this. He was very proud of predicting this. He was like, the prompt engineer will be a more legitimate role than just someone who codes all day. I mean, you're going to be coding all day, but you're going to be prompt engineering all day now, right? It's just weird getting a degree in something and then the field changing, not the subject. I feel like for a lot of people, the subject changes and they lose love with it, and that's why they change their major. But instead now the field changed. It's a paradigm shift of occupation. And hey, I signed up to be an engineer to solve problems, and I'll continue doing that. It just sucks that a huge part of it got swept from under my feet that I really loved. Sure, it gets rid of like some of the parts of coding that I don't like, which is sometimes debugging because I just debug less because my code is more accurate. But also like reading documentation, being able to summarize documentation or find snippets of documentation via like a semantic search rather than, combing through it like 8 similarly named functions, but only one can be used, stuff like that. Another part of this stream I had a reality check was your skill doesn't matter to moneymakers. It's whether or not they, yeah. That's totally Totally true. Jeez. It's whether or not they want your work right now at the right time. Yeah. It's kind of true for all viewers, right? Like viewers of content, they don't really care. I mean, this is being very like anti-human, right? People do care about the process and what it took. That's why we have documentaries on how movies are made or stuff like that. But like a lot of the time, they don't really care. Like for video games, for example, so much work goes into making an engine, art, scripting, putting this whole beautiful machine together. But the moment you lag out or you get a no rag or something in a video game, people get mad. Which is understandable. You bought a product, but you could have the most skilled engineer working in a terrible company, and they'll get blamed. Once again, it's not fair to say, oh, you're not allowed to blame them if it's bad. No, you are. Just napping right after listening. No, it's totally fine. These are fun little talks. Because at the end of the day, I still do believe there is hope. It's naive and childish, but I've hoped that we'll find occupations or even be able to break free from them and become our own employers in the sense of making and doing things that we absolutely love every single day. Now, is that going to happen? Who knows, right? The triage it will take and all that stuff, but we could still fight for it. There's honor in that. Yeah. It is very fortunate to people who want to make money that creatives need money to make things. You have these infinitely ambitious people who want to make and express and do things, whether that's engineers. So your digital artist, animators. That's why I've always loved the anime and manga like Blame, or just like stories in general, where humanity creates a machine bigger than themselves, and so that they can no longer control it. I think we had it in the Delano server. There's a 3D animation of one of them. Oh no, my friend showed it to me. I'll need to find it. Or like literally Ultra Kill, machines that make machines of war. Oh. Get nuked. Same thing with chat. I need to fix that. I'm so lazy. You know what? Tomorrow I'll invest some time into all the stuff I've been talking about. I'll make a reminder. Google added it to my reminders. Oh wait, it didn't delete all of chat. What? There you go, Bear. But yeah, that's why I actually stay away from things talking about AI now. The enshittification of the internet, as some say. Because it is just doom and gloom. It's so much negative news of people treating creativity as a commodity, and I just can't handle hearing that anymore. I hear AI so much every day, and it's powerful, and I respect it, and it's not like it's evil. It's just it's being used in terrible ways, and I'm tired of it. This is the cost of opening Pandora's box. The swear is on YouTube chat? What? What are you talking about? But yeah, at the end of the day, I'll just do my own thing. That is the. It just, I don't want to say I'll just do my own thing to ignore that AI has extensive effects into my own life, into everyone's lives that we should push against. But yeah, you can. It's just there's been no YouTube chat stuff other than physics. Oh, can you? Oh, wait. I think it's because it's detecting the old stream. So yeah, you can't see it. I'm not gonna fix that. Yeah, physics did, but they haven't said anything. And currently, there are no concurrent viewers on the YouTube stream, so, or at least that's what it tells me. It's usually wrong though. Wait. Oh, I know. Okay, no mind. Oof. One place lo-fi. I'm gonna keep it with this one for a bit. We may do that. It's just so hard to find non-AI generated ones or ones that are actually good. Because if you just put like a lo-fi MIDI instruments on the One Piece thing, it can sound really bleh. The one Monkey suggested, I'll look at that one. Yeah, I'll look at it before next stream, and then if I like it, I'll play it. think if I was ever to redo the whole stream UI, I'd want to make it all web-based. So I just can boot up OBS and then put an overlay on, and boom, it all works super easy. And I only have to worry about transitions and stuff. Be interesting. Or like a website overlay based. Cool. Alrighty. So I'm gonna take a quick break, take a sip of water, and then we are going to draw them ellipses. Yep. Which, yeah, that's not happening for a long time. I'm proud. I mean, yeah, that's the tough part. Because, like, I could use other people's designs, but I don't want to. Oh, no, don't tell me my internet's going out again. I swear. But, like, because since I did that, I can now use this. I can use all of these cool transition things. It's exactly what I wanted, but that comes at a cost, right? It would be ground up, for sure. And, yeah. Do you ever have those dreams where you're randomly on Discord? Nope. I've never been on Discord in one of my dreams. In fact, I've only used, like, it's rare for me to ever have phones or technology in my dreams. Except for the ones where I guess I'm streaming and I'm naked. Alright, let's draw these ellipses. It's some one-shot stuff. I would not want that to happen as a dream, or I'll never use my laptop again. Oh my goodness. Oof, getting shaky. Didn't reach as high as I should have right there. I hate it when that happens. But we're going to be careful now. I've learned my lesson many times. We're going to actually project downwards to make sure we don't reach too high on these bounds. Just to remain consistent and wait for it to dry as well. Oof, my YouTube stream's spazzing out. Yeesh. Got really messy down there. And that yap really hurt, but I'm sticking to it. You're going to get a very spooky virus. The only virus I remember getting is it wasn't even a virus, it was a pop-up. My mom didn't understand viruses at the time this happened, but basically I was getting Minecraft mods and like my browser got locked. It was just my Chrome browser, so it wasn't like an actual on my desktop thing. But like I was like, "Hey mom, it's locked. I was trying to get this Minecraft mod." And then like she looks at it, it was like a fake ransomware thing, and she's like, "Oh my god, you got the computer virus." And then like naked woman popped up on the screen, and she started like, "Oh my god!" just like, and then like she got my dad over there. I think they just like that's how I got a virus too, but that was during COVID. Oh shoot! I wonder like how secure Forge and all that stuff is, like what checks they do for viruses. Oof, that was rough. Okay, color that in. I'm gonna color that in. That's weird. I shouldn't have done that. Got that coronavirus. Alrighty, I hope that's dry. Not the best, but I definitely don't think it's horrible. Your mom got FNAF jump scared with a naked woman. I think my dad was just probably laughing. No offense to my parents, but I realized the first time that they didn't know how the real internet actually behaves. Is when my dad was downloading something, or like I think I was showing him how to download a Minecraft mod or something. It was weird, and it was like MediaFire, and as you guys know with MediaFire, there's like three fake download buttons, and you actually have to wait for the countdown to actually download it. And my dad clicked like three of them, or like two of the three, and I was like, oh yeah, he's just never done this. He doesn't know how to like spot the fake free download buttons. I've not played Sky, but this soundtrack is really, really encouraging me to. It looks so pretty. I mean, yeah. I was about to say, especially the soundtrack. That's what I just mentioned. So review time didn't reach high enough on the ellipse. Minor axis a little bit tilted, but overall pretty good. It's kind of like pinched at the top. I just psyched myself out. I tried to cover more of the corner here, and I actually think I did an okay job of that. And then I tried remediation by projecting this downwards, which is incorrect, but it makes it look less bad. So yeah, it is annoying, and I don't really see that nowadays. But then again, I'm not going to sketchy places to download stuff. Like there's more reputable like CurseForge or whatever. You got banned on Discord. Oh my goodness, is that like a latent fear that you have? Okay, I think that was the review. So we're gonna call it here, everybody. Mainly because I have a headache, mainly caused by the YouTube internet fiasco. So yeah, I think that's everything. We're going to be streaming 50% Friday tomorrow. Probably going to take Saturday or Sunday off. I haven't decided yet. Once again, thank you all very much for joining me tonight. Thank you, Bear, Cat, and oh my gosh. I'm not going to scroll up. I remember their name. I might scroll up. I don't know why I'm blanking. Physics. Oh my gosh. It was right in front of me. I didn't even have to scroll. But yeah, once again, thank you all very much for joining me tonight. Apologies for the internet stuff, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow for 50% Friday. Bye for now. Do you want that as a reality?